So Bears win 8-7. Let's look ahead. So first of all, son, this is the next segment, but I want to look ahead to what we need to do to make the playoffs and give a preview to the next game.
Well,
Um, go ahead.
Yeah,
No,
well, the only thing the Bears need to do to make the playoffs is win.
win.
That's it. They control their own destiny. They win and they're in. Tim, I have to go. I have to go off on a minute really quick.
Do it, bro.
This Bears Packers game next week, I think jobs are on the line here. Matt Nagy's job is on the line. I think Ryan Pace's job is on the line. I think Mitch Trubisky's future with the Bears is on the line. If we want to graduate and be thought of as a serious contender, we need to go out and beat Green Bay, and we need to make our way into the playoffs. If the Bears lose that game, then we are relegated back to NFL purgatory, which is not good enough to make the playoffs, even though they opened up another spot and opened it up for 7 teams. We're not good enough to make the playoffs, but we're not bad enough to get a franchise-altering player in the top 10 of this draft. So we end up in this place where we're just in no man's land. If the Bears want to actually prove that they are a playoff team, that they are a serious contender, if Matt Nagy wants to prove this, he needs to prove it next week now. They need to go out and beat Green Bay, Tim. No more of this, no more of this. We're a good team, but we keep losing to Green Bay every year. This has to be where they make their statement. And if you ask me, I think Green Bay is definitely going to play their starters next week. They are not going to rest their starters 2 weeks in a row, Tim. Furthermore, Aaron Rodgers would want nothing more than to beat us right now when we
crap on our face.
When we are looking like our best. I feel that the Packers, at the very minimum, will play a half with these players, but I believe they're going to play the whole game. I think it's going to be up to the Bears to have to go in there and take that last playoff spot from Green. They have to take it, and they have to do it by beating their nemesis that have owned them for the last 30 years.
The good news is the Bears have been in these games over the past 15 years or so against Green Bay when something's on the line in the last couple of weeks. They won the game against them in 18. They lost the game, I think, in 15 when Aaron Rodgers threw that huge touchdown pass for the division, but they were leading up until the final minute. So it seems like the Bears.
That was the Randall Cobb play. Yeah.
No. That wasn't was it? I think that was the Jordy Nelson play.
Okay, it was the
Jordy. No. It was the Chris Conte play.
Okay, gosh. Do you see how
low in coverage? There you go.
Do you see how often these Packers just break our hearts? I mean, Aaron Rodgers seems to do this at will to the Bears. I mean, it's one of these things where they just have to go in and win that game. If they don't win that game and we don't make the playoffs, I think the plan has to go forward and Pace needs to be gone. Nagy needs to be
I don't think you fire Nagy, but I do think you fire Pace. Because I'm not firing a guy who has 3 straight winning seasons to start his Bear career.
They were 8-8 last season. Well, wasn't Lovie Smith fired after a 10-6 season?
But he also had been their coach for almost 8-9 years.
Took him to a Super Bowl as well.
He did.
They had many playoff appearances as well.
Well, there was that report saying today that the Bears are likely going to retain Nagy. That's part of the reason why I'm saying that.
Oh man.
Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, so if we lose to Green Bay and miss out on the playoffs, then what?
I'm concerned, bro. I'm concerned. Here's why. Last game, the Bears gave up every first down to the Packers.
Yeah, they had 23 first downs in the first half.
Dude, we got 1 sack today against a horrible defense. And Pagano's not throwing blitzes out. He's playing soft zone. It's completely original. It's not working. And this dude it's like Nagy, take control of this game and hit that dude on the head and actually make something happen. I mean, I'm happy for their halftime adjustments, but what's going to happen when Aaron Jones runs for 50 yards in the first quarter? We're down 14-3 because of Pagano. Like, I'm concerned.
I am too. I think the Bears. We're going to see exactly what this Bears team is made of next week. And as a Bears fan, I'm excited for it. I can't wait for next week's game, Tim. We're going to see what this Bears team is. We're going to find out.
What are the keys to Bears winning next week? Just top of your head.
Off the top of my head, keeping Aaron Rodgers off the field. What they need to do is they need to really win the time of possession battle here. They need to run the ball effectively. They need to do their game plan over the course of the last 5 weeks. Play action, running naked bootlegs. They need to be able to do all of these things and continue to just put together drives that take up clock, that get points, and keep Aaron Rodgers off the field. I think that's how they win. You have to limit the number of possessions because the Packers are so dangerous. They're the highest scoring team in football. Yeah. We can't afford to have Mitch Trubisky throw interceptions in the end zone. The Packers will make us pay for that.
All day long.
Yeah, Mitch has to play a mistake-free game from under center, and we need to be able to run the ball. And if we do that, I think we've got a much better chance. But we're the team that's got to play the perfect game. We're the team that's got to go out there and be the aggressors. We got to go out there and win the line of scrimmage battle. I think that's how the Bears win. And I don't know if they're going to win, but we'll see.
Let's hope. Well, then, guys, what we have to do tonight is root for the Packers against the Tennessee Titans. However much it pains me in my heart, well, not really, but however much it sucks, we need to root for the Packers because if the Packers lose, then all of a sudden they're tied with. I think they're tied with the Saints, or they may be a game behind them.
Yeah. If they might. No, I think they might be tied. That would be. Yeah, we have to check the. I think the Saints are 1 game behind Green Bay.
And the Packers own the tiebreaker.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So if they lose,
so then the Packers are pretty much going to have to win versus the Bears. Yes. So that's terrible. So we have to hope for the Packers to win. And Tennessee's going to be playing for their playoff lives because if they win today, they win the division crown because Indianapolis lost at Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
So we got a huge game. And guys, just want to let you know this. If the Bears win next week and the Rams lose their next 2 games, which I don't want to happen, because I don't want to see Arizona win next week, the Bears are the 6th seed instead of the 7th.
Ooh. Okay.
So pretty much the Bears win, they're in. If Arizona loses, the Bears win, the Bears are in. And if the Bears win and the Rams lose 2 games, we get the 6th seed. So
there's a possibility that the Bears will play Seattle? Oh, boy. Okay.
So we're going to likely have to play New Orleans or Seattle next week.
Well,
next week. My bad. See, my brain, dude.
2 weeks. No. You know what? Look at it this way. If they make it to the playoffs, whether or not they face the Seahawks or New Orleans, they're going to get the best version of this Bears team this season. So, I look forward to it. Me personally, Tim, I'm not rooting for the Packers. I'm just going to watch the game and just see how it plays out. If the Packers lose, I say, all right, then, I think the Bears need to bring it next week. If the Packers win, of course, that's the best scenario for the Bears if the Packers win. But you know what? As a Bears fan, growing up watching Walter Payton getting thrown out of bounds by the Packers defense, I don't know if I can root for the Packers. So I think I'm just gonna watch the game and just root for the Bears next week.
Well, another games, guys, to watch real quick. We want to see the Rams beat Seattle. Because if the Rams beat Seattle, the Rams are going to have everything to play for at home against the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a big thing, and the Rams lead 3-0 at the beginning of the second quarter.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about the Bears backing into the playoffs if we've got a couple of 8-8 teams. Again, I think that it'll be interesting to see. I think everything rides on next week's game against Green Bay. We'll see, man. We'll see.
If we win, dude, we're 4 in a row. We're coming into the playoffs in a 4-game win streak, and we will be on fire. So this is all you can ask for: winning, getting hot before the playoffs.
Yes, and they are hot right now. So,
All right, guys. Guys, thank you so much for watching our podcast here. Please hit like. Please hit subscribe. We're so happy you saw our video today. Bear down, 8-7.
Bear down.
Playing good football in the final week of the season.
Yes. Awesome. Thanks so much, guys. Take care.
All right, bye-bye.
Goodbye.